I'm hearing for you there's a burning desire to get something off of your chest. Okay, there's like some battery message that was just popping up just now. And I feel like that is showing that the time is running out. Like you are literally like at the edge, okay? At the edge of like, I need to get this off of my chest. So the person I'm connecting with through this frequency right now, there's something urgent, like low battery, like urgent. It says less than 20% battery remaining. So who knows when this video is gonna go out. But more than that, I'm channeling through the message of like, time is running out. You cannot keep this for longer. Maybe there's something you need to. What do I hear the word confess? I'm hearing profess. Is that a word? I don't know. But I'm hearing something about confess. Like you need to confess. You need to come clean. You need to tell the people what's up. You need to be honest about something, or you need to be forthcoming about something. I'm hearing this is something that you feel deeply within you, something that you know that needs to be said, that needs to be addressed, that needs to be clear. I'm hearing clear and clean about. Okay. So this can be something where like maybe you're getting to know someone, or maybe you've been together or whatever, but they don't know about certain things about you. Okay, maybe you used to do a certain type of job, okay, a certain type of work, okay, a certain, maybe you were involved in certain, activities, you know what I mean, and you needed to come clean with about. And this is something that you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot keep this for much longer. I need to tell the person because whatever the reason is I'm hearing they wouldn't know the real me. Okay, so that can be something very specific to a group of you. I feel like there's something that you're like, I need to be honest with myself and I need to be honest with my world and the world. I keep on hearing my world. So maybe there's something about your circle, your job, something you want to step into. You feel like there's something about your world you need to be honest about. This can be something about your spiritual awakening. This can be something about the path you want to go with your career. Like I don't want to work here anymore. I need to come clean about it with my family, my boss, my spouse. And I feel like you needed to have that conversation of like, my heart's not in it. I want to break up. I want to divorce, or I want to walk away, or whatever it is, okay? I'm also hearing for you, the time is literally now for some specific person who's looking for like, I'm looking for the divine timing. I'm looking for, is it something 20-second? I'm hearing something about 20-second. Maybe some of you guys are like, oh my God, angel numbers, dates gonna give me some boost. So that could be something you're like, well, let's just delay this decision or this conversation until a later date so that I can feel better. But I feel like for you, the time is now. Like you cannot force this. You cannot delay it for any longer, because you're eating at yourself about it. You are literally like, you can't think, you can't breathe, you can't go about your day properly without having this thing at the back of your mind. So it's draining a lot of your energy and your productivity. I'm hearing productivity. So there's something that you're trying to be productive about. Okay, let me know down below if you're resonating with parts of this or all of it so far. Give me a like so I know I'm connecting with your energy. I'm also hearing for you, the key to your new future is here. You just gotta put it in and turn it and press the door open or slide it, okay? I'm hearing for you like literally like you are this close to opening up the key, opening the door, and then get out, okay? Or get through. Some of you guys, I'm hearing the fear is literally you being afraid to look at or not, or be looked at in a certain way, or you're being afraid to come off in a certain way. Okay, so maybe you're like, oh my gosh, like I was in debt, like I was bankrupt. Before I married this person, they need to know this, that maybe I'm still paying my student loan, or I have a kid and I haven't told this person I'm dating that I have a kid, right? I mean, you definitely should let them know that you have a kid, right? If you have a kid, right? So or maybe you have like criminal records, right? Or maybe you did something that you felt terrible about. It doesn't make you necessarily a bad person, but then you're just like, I should really come clean about this, okay? So I'm definitely seeing something like that. Maybe it's a position, they're applying to, and they need to know certain things about your records, about your status, about your past. But like, like if you're like, oh my God, if I tell them, then I'm gonna get disqualified for this job, this opportunity, this, guy and gal, this relationship. But I'm here for you, I just like come clean about it. Whatever is true for you is gonna remain, and what's not true for you is gonna, be let go. And that doesn't mean that it's not a hard pill to swallow for, the people that you have to tell this news to, right? Your boss may be shocked that you're like, oh my God, you're quitting. My star employee is, quitting. Or maybe, you're a student, you're a teacher at a school, and your students are like, oh my gosh, miss whatever, we're gonna miss you, right? Or maybe your employee is gonna be sad if you say, I'm gonna shut down this business. Or your spouse is gonna be shocked that you say you're alone time to find yourself because you're going through a spiritual awakening for 3 months. And that's fine, I think when we go through these things, we have to allow ourselves to not take life so seriously, right? Because what happens is that we try to control things and people's reaction. But the thing is, you're not responsible for people's perception of you. You can think and try to manipulate and try to control that all you want, through your clothes, through your hair and makeup, through the way you come off, through the perfect words that you curated, reading off a script, teleprompt, ChatGPT, tell me what to write, right? You can curate all of that all you want, but the mask is gonna crack. And it's not a bad thing because underneath is the real you, and the real you is beautiful. The real you deserves love like everyone else. The real you is a match for the real thing, right? Whether it's a job, a person, a situation, a lifestyle, you don't have to be fake. You don't have to lie, okay? Some of you guys are like, oh my gosh, should I lie about a situation I'm hearing? Okay, we don't have to admit here publicly, but you can definitely hit the like button if this is connecting with you, okay? That signals to me that this message is, because it's kind of like a very specific message. And sometimes I tell you in the channel that I get these very specific one, and this is one of those very specific messages. So I do appreciate if you let me know if this connects with you. When you're stepping into the real world, I'm hearing when you're stepping into the real world, when the fake you is being peeled off, I'm hearing you're gonna meet your match. You're gonna meet your reflector. You're gonna meet your reflection. So what that means is that you can be connecting now with more of your soul family, the people, new people in your life who can be like, oh my God, I'm so glad you were honest about that, because I did that too. I did the same mistake too when I was 16. Or like you're like, oh my God, you told them that you have a kid and you never told them, right? And then they're like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you told me that you have a kid because I have a kid too. Surprise. Or like, oh, I love kids, but I don't want to like pop it out. So you have already, great, okay? So I feel like it's gonna be great, okay? Whatever it's gonna be, it's just in your head. And a lot of the time, I have people come to me all the time, especially the people I'm close to, and they're like, Tina, I have to tell you my deep dark secret. Because sometimes you understand, if you're like an empath, people come to you and they share these things with you, right? Let me know down below. But so I hear all sorts of things, I hear all sorts of things. People have done very interesting things in their life, but it's just life. We're here to explore. We're here to explore these aspects of ourselves. So the way, I look at it is, it's beyond good and bad. When you when you're in this ego self and you're so stuck to who you are, then yeah, this is good, this is bad, I did a terrible thing, I did this, but it's all part of your life experience, you know? It's like, if you know, maybe you were selling, you know, substances on the street, okay? And I was gonna say, yeah, okay, we'll not get into that part. But anyway, so, and maybe you are going to, you know, and you got your life around because you realize that that's just not the way. Or maybe you had to do it until the one day where you meet your mentor who taught you about investing, who taught you about hard work, who taught you about opening a business or starting a business, and then you like change your life around. But if you weren't, you know, selling substances on the street, right, you wouldn't meet that person and you wouldn't change your life, you know what I mean? So if you look at life, you know, with the dots connecting backwards, you will see the wisdom, you will see the synchronicities, you will see the perfection in it all. And there's nothing for you to regret, right? There's nothing for you to be ashamed of. You know, some of the silliest, grinchiest things that you've done, oh my God, it adds colors to your life because maybe you wouldn't do it again, you know? Like when I look back, oh my God, guys, honestly, I was just opening my TikTok account, which I have not touched in years, okay? And yeah, I was looking at some of my old videos and I'm just like, oh my God, Tina, really? Like, really? You went there? Yeah, anyway. Anyway, ... right? But it's so cringe to watch. But the thing is, I don't think I can be like that, cringe. Now, I had a different enthusiasm when I, you know, first started with content creation compared to now. And same with when I looked at, you know, when I quit my 9-to-5 job 9 years ago in Canada, and then I started traveling the world. I remember buying this motorbike. You know, I split it with this person who was driving it. And like, we bought this bike and like, I did a motorbike trip across half of Vietnam, all the way to Hue. If you guys been to Vietnam, you know what I'm talking about. Hue City, which is in the middle, and then all the way back. And I'm just like, and it was like a cheap bike, okay? And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then no plans, no nothing. I don't even know if I can't even do that now, guys. I can't even go out when it's too hot. I'm like, guys, I can't, you know, we're a bit bougie now, okay? But before, we were adventurous, right? We were like more free spirit and whatnot. So it was, I don't think I could be like that. You know, I remember eating like banh mi, which is like a baguette, with literally like sun-dried tomatoes in it. It was like, it's like eating cardboard with like freaking salty pieces of hard thing. Because I was trying to save money. We didn't have a lot of money back then. You know, I quit my job with very little savings to discover who I am and to discover the world. And that's kind of led me here, right? If I didn't allow myself to explore that identity of someone who was literally eating like cardboard, literally, okay? And going on this crazy adventure all around the world with no plans, with little money, with little directions, I wouldn't be so comfortable with the identity of someone who is comfortable with the unknown. You know, now I lead people into the unknown with structure, okay? That's why people come to me. So if you want to work with me, links are down below. If you want to come on in to the mystery, if you're someone who, you know, are transitioning into your old phase, into your new earth path, link is down below. Check it out, one-on-ones and activations that I have. But the thing is, if I didn't walk that path, I wouldn't understand the psychology of someone who navigate through that path. I wouldn't understand, you know, the struggle that, you know, you would have from someone who's debating if they should quit their job, and how it actually play out and how it actually result in. So that's why I'm so confident, you know, that I can take you through this journey. And I've taken and taught over thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. on how you can do this, how you can awaken to your truest and highest self and live an authentic life. And a lot of that has to come through with you accepting yourself and your past and not resenting yourself. Because we've all done stupid shits, okay? We've all done. The more you judge someone or the more someone judges you, it's really like, your own stuff and their own stuff, right? We judge people on the things that we couldn't integrate and accept within ourselves, and we haven't embodied within ourselves. That's the shadow projection. So if someone were to judge you when you say, hey, world, this is who I am, and this is kind of like what I did, or maybe it's not hey, world, it's hey, person I'm dating, or person, I'm working with, or person in family, or whoever, and they decide to say, yo, you ain't for me, I don't do that. Oh, you do this in your spare time? No. You have kids? No, I don't do that. Then they're not for you, you're not for them. Right? It's better to know at the beginning, right? You know what I'm saying? It's better to know straight away than to live this lie, this fantasy, and this like manipulation. And this is why relationships and the mask and connection is gonna crack. So have it crack early. So then you can, okay, next, right? Okay, I'm open myself to the real, raw, authentic relationship, connection, and life. And, because I was able to find the confidence and the courage that I had to live that life, that was perfect and comfortable in Canada, to go on this adventure, to find out who the F I am, and to come home to my true authentic self. I'm so glad, like I said, I'm so glad. Like I lived a very colorful life. People wouldn't know when they look at me. They think I just live in this like perfect life. Like, guys, she's been through it, okay? You think, some people have to remind them, like, guys, I don't do this kind of work because, my life is perfect. And like, I was born like, with a bow on and life is happy, la-di-da-di-da. Like, for me to find my peace, my joy, my true freedom, my expression, from someone who's highly insecure, going through traumas and abuses, like I had to really find that right thinking, which, I teach you through these videos, the right perspective and seeing reality clearly and seeing myself clearly, and how to navigate in how to lead myself through as the leader of my life. So these are the things that I had to go through in order to pass on the knowledge, pass on the teaching, pass on the wisdom. But it didn't start like this, right? A lot of people just see the result, right? They see the end results of, this is, the multi-six figures businesses. They see the clothes, they see the happy, they see the beauty, they see the, freedom lifestyle. They see the travels and the blings and everything, but you don't see, you weren't there when it was 0. We see the 100. We go from 0 to 100, okay? And that's the true transformation journey. And, if I've done it through everything that I've gone through, all the craziness, it's about just accepting myself, coming clean, letting go, and then you're free. This is why I'm free. If you really truly value freedom, you need to be open. You need to be honest with yourself and the people, and allow people the real chance of getting to know you for you, and allow people the opportunity to decide for themselves whether they want a genuine relationship with you or not. You have to decide for yourself that you don't want no fake ass relationship. You don't want a he kind of relationship and pretending everything is fine. And then, they talk behind your back. You have to decide that. And once you do, you will see people will fall off in your life. And once you see that, you're going to see you can no longer stay at that job. You can no longer pretend around that family member anymore. That's who you are. It's like, Mom, I'm a psychic. I don't know what else to say. You know what I mean? Or Dad, I work with like Archangel Michael and like, all the Archangel. And he's like, sips coffee, ignores what you say. You know what I mean? You just have to come clean with like who you are. Just own it and let go of the expectation that the person has to understand you, has to approve of you, has to support you, have to get it. Let go of all of that. and just literally come home to like, I love myself, I don't abandon myself, I got myself, I support myself, I care for myself, and I cheer myself on. Because beyond whatever relationship, intimate relationship you think you have with your partner, with your kids, like whatever that relationship is, it's not comparable to the relationship that you have with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You literally wake up with yourself, sleep with yourself, go through life with yourself, and the joke is lifetimes with yourself. So it's you developing good relationship, healthy acceptance, forgiveness within yourself. Okay? All right, my love, let me know what comes up, what comes through. I love to read all the comments. Like this video if it's helpful to you in any way. And subscribe to the channel for more videos. Check out more videos coming up here. This is Tina Wong. I love you so much. And I'll talk to you on the next one.